Kendra Carter was just 4 years old when she began talking about something no one expected. She said she had been a baby that never got to be born. She described an abortion that happened 9 years earlier, before she ever existed. How could a child know this? Could it be a case of prenatal memory or reincarnation?
Kendra Carter, a girl living in Florida, was 4.5 when she went to her first swimming lesson. The coach's name was Ginger. The moment Kendra saw her, she ran into her lap and clung to her with affection. It wasn't just a spontaneous gesture. It was as if she already knew her. Ginger felt the connection instantly. But 3 weeks later, when Ginger had to cancel a lesson, Kendra broke down sobbing uncontrollably. When they had another lesson, her joy returned. From that day on, she couldn't stop talking about Ginger. A few weeks later, Kendra started saying things no one expected. She spoke about Ginger having lost a baby. She said Ginger had been sick and had pushed the baby out. When her mother asked how she knew this, Kendra said, "I'm the baby that was in her tummy." At that point, Kendra had only seen Ginger during lessons and never alone. She went on to describe an abortion, that Ginger had let a bad man pull her out, and that she had tried to stay in but couldn't. She said she remembered being in a dark and cold place after that. Kendra's mother later found out from Ginger that she had, in fact, had an abortion 9 years earlier, when she was unmarried, sick, and struggling with anorexia. Kendra then started saying she had to die, because Ginger hadn't been able to deliver her. "I have to die," she said, "and I won't come back this time." The fear overwhelmed her to the point her mother took her to a therapist. The therapist suggested a symbolic ceremony where Kendra would be born to Ginger. Afterward, her fear seemed to fade. Even though Ginger wasn't always warm to her, Kendra lit up in her presence. She became bubbly and joyful. When Ginger wasn't around, she grew quiet and withdrawn. Her mother allowed Kendra to spend more time with Ginger. Eventually, Ginger even made a room for her, and Kendra began sleeping there 3 nights a week. Her mother struggled, but Kendra's need to be near Ginger was so strong, she allowed it. But things fell apart. Ginger and Kendra's mother had a falling out. Ginger said she didn't want to see Kendra anymore. After that, Kendra stopped speaking. For 4.5 months, she barely talked, showed no interest in activities, and slept a lot. Eventually, Ginger met with Kendra again for 2 hours. That day, Kendra spoke again, for the first time, just to tell Ginger, "I love you." Ginger tried to reconnect, but Kendra didn't feel comfortable returning. Slowly, she started talking again and participating in life. Her mother was deeply disturbed, not just by Kendra's pain, but by the idea that reincarnation could explain any of it. A devout Christian, she felt guilty even buying a book on the subject. Still, she wondered, could Kendra's spirit have tried to return through Ginger and failed? Could she now be living the life she was once denied? The case of Kendra Carter raises a question that goes beyond logic or science. At just 4 years old, she claimed to remember an abortion that happened before she was born, and said she had been that unborn soul. What if Kendra wasn't the only one? What if there are other souls like hers who, after being rejected, lost, or interrupted, found a way to return? Perhaps somewhere in the world, those souls are still being born in new bodies, with new mothers and new destinies. And maybe, in the hearts of many women who once had to make that choice, there lives a silent question. Did you come back? Are you okay somewhere out there? Maybe the answer is yes. Maybe souls do wait, and love, even the briefest kind, always finds its way. What do you believe? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if this story touched your soul, share it with someone who might need to hear it.